everybody. This is Full Circle of Coach.
It is One Sons!
And good old Shaq, and I'm back.
And he is back, man, loving it up from the cruise.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Shaq, you're on the top deck. I'm on the dock, and I'm throwing you a bomb from all the way up.
Hopefully I don't fall off the boat.
Big old splash. Well, man, this is part of the off-season program that we got going on right here. Shaq had to blow bubbles and enjoy the cruise lining.
Yeah.
And Lawrence Hard had to do some shoveling and dealing with contractors. And I'm down in Florida, and I don't have to deal with none of that crap.
Hey, the vacation was good, though. I had a great time. Great time.
Yeah, there you go. All right, guys, we got a show for you tonight. As always, the Washington Commanders are never short of drama, are never short of news. It is 365. I almost say 370. 365 days a year. It probably feels like 370 with the Washington Commanders. So, because really, they're just that functional.
Yeah. Hey, so I'm gonna tell you right now. So watching the Super Bowl, I was on a ship watching the Super Bowl, right? And I had me a nice new Redskin jersey. I ain't had no Commander jersey. I had a nice new Redskin jersey on. Everybody's like, who is that? Why are you wearing that? Why are you wearing this chain? Why are you wearing this hat? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, hey, man, don't worry about us. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, your team sucks. You're a Jets fan. You're this fan. You're this fan. Don't worry about us. Y'all team just as trash. But it was barely any Seahawks fans on there. Oh, and Patriots fans. It was barely any.
Wow. It was just because there barely are any in existence.
Yeah, exactly. And the Super Bowl was boring. I ain't gonna lie. I was walking. I spent most of my time walking around and drinking and talking and yelling at people.
I'm not gonna say it was boring. I'm gonna say
a garbage Super Bowl.
I'm not gonna say it was boring. I was gonna say it was a chess match. It was a very good chess for the first half.
Yeah, for the first half. First half.
A chess match. It was a defensive chess match. And I loved watching that. Who's going to come? Where's the breakout going to be, right? That's what I was watching for.
I'm just going to tell you what everybody else already knows and not saying. That was a Super Bowl that nobody wanted and a halftime show that absolutely everybody was just like, say what?
What's going on right now?
Yeah, agreed.
So they said 155 million people viewed the halftime show. But you got to think about this. Though. Bad Bunny has the whole Latino community behind him. Like, he's one of the biggest superstars in the world. So if it's 380 million people in the world, but you go to Mexico, you go to all these places, they watch the Super Bowl just for that. They don't care about the game. They don't care about the game. They just supporting that.
So but everybody who's in the stadium who bought tickets don't even know who he is.
Didn't even know who he was. Yeah.
So and who paid for tickets to go to Super Bowl? It wasn't freaking Felipe down in Guatemala.
Nah, they watched the halftime show though.
So Shaq, let me give you the real numbers.
Mm-hmm.
The real numbers was 48 million who watched the Super Bowl.
There you go. 48 million to watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
that's a huge drop.
It was a complete and total lie. There are going to be lawsuits that come out of this because there was advertisements that were sold based on the lie that was a record set for 135 million. The TPUSA event, which had a over 20 million on all of the viewers from all the sources. Was half of good evening, Jeff. Good to see you there. Was half of what the Bad Bunny show was.
Yeah.
And when you look online and you saw all of the people in the stadium, people that were broadcasting, people are just standing around going, they're standing. There was a few girls who were like, "Oh, I hear a beat.
I hear a beat."
Hey, Paula. People are just standing going, "What the F?"
Yeah. Yep. I'm looking at
it
was not entertaining at all. And I will tell you, even with the Latino community that's out there, like my wife's Latino, right? Yep. So, she's from Panama, right? So she doesn't like him because he is a very, very
liberal person.
Yeah, he's very liberal, very, very perverted, very, very like his music's not clean, right?
Yep.
And she doesn't care for his music.
Yep.
She likes more of the salsa, like stuff like that, and
But
and she is not a fan of him. And you know what? I got it in that community. He is like the bad boy of the Hispanic community.
it was not only that, Americans too. Americans, like he's one of the top selling artists in America as well. He is.
There's not a lot of Hispanics in America, but like, so I know he's won some awards and done stuff like that. But believe it or not, the Hispanic community is very split on him.
Yeah.
And
not
you know what?
Discrediting Bad Bunny, he's an American, right? Not discrediting him at all.
No,
but, but the whole show was in a language that 90% of Americans don't understand, right? The people watching the Super Bowl, it was not understandable by them. And the whole
I guarantee you, people who shell out money to buy Super Bowl tickets don't speak Spanish.
Right.
Yeah, I was a small percentage.
Very, very small.
A very, very small percentage. We talk about tickets. We talk about tickets that's like they was what, $13,000 this year.
Yeah. If I'm paying that kind of money, that's the halftime show. I'm pissed.
Really that much? $13,000?
Oh,
and that's for a nosebleed.
So I got a buddy of mine who's also a Commanders fan. For some reason, I've lost contact with him over the past year or so, because otherwise I have him on this freaking show, and I need to reach out to him. But when I talked to him over a year ago, he goes, I have $20K in a savings account for when the Commanders ever make it to the Super Bowl.
Hey,
when they ever make it.
Now,
he goes, he hopes it happens in his lifetime, but he's got $20K set aside for it.
How old is he?
Listen,
but he's our age.
I'm gonna tell you right now. By the time we make the Super Bowl again, that $20K he gonna have set to the side ain't gonna be worth nothing. $20K is not gonna be able to get a no.
I hope he puts it in a 401k and
something.
That might be 100,000 before he ever sees the Commanders in the Super Bowl.
I just hope it happens again in our lifetime. That's what I'm saying. But we're not moving in the right direction. Let's get on with the show here. Super Bowl, hey, it's sucked, in my opinion, but we're gonna move on.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? It's over with. The last part of confetti has fallen.
Yep.
Congratulations to the Seahawks. You won it. Now, freaking Commanders, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, Commanders?
Hey, yeah, because the Commanders, they need a complete rebuild. And they was talking about, the free agency has started. People are being released. Tyreek Hill got released. Bradley Chubb got released today. People are getting released.
Debo Samuel.
They voided his contract.
Well, yeah, we're gonna get into Debo here in a little bit, but so for the NFL schedule, the next major event is next week. All teams are preparing for the NFL Combine in Indianapolis. We're getting ready for that. March 9th is a big day when negotiating period begins. Let's be real. Negotiation never ends and it never begins.
No.
People are always talking to people all the time. So hey, the negotiating period, I don't even know what that means, because I guess you can tentatively agree to terms and conditions that go into effect on March 11th, but March 11th is the real day. That's when the new season starts. That's when all contracts that were pre-negotiated go into effect. That's when real free agency actually begins, even though we all know it starts time now.
Yeah. Now, so
right?
now, I'm gonna say it started time now. As soon as the Super Bowl ended, and I'm telling you, there have been a lot of aggressive releases. Like people getting rid of high-end money players. People are going into the season looking for complete restructures, and we need to start moving in different directions, right? And I firmly believe we're going to see a lot of this in Washington. What I tell you, we're going to see a lot of it in Washington, whole lot of it.
Well, we do have cap space. We'll go over that too.
Yep.
But obviously, the last thing on there is the NFL draft, which is next month.
Yep.
We have our same 6 picks that we have, and we'll see where that takes us. Right. So, all right, guys, let's get into it. We have some sad news. Trey Johnson passed away yesterday, age 54. Very, very sad to see him go. I used to remember watching Trey play.
Man.
Good news, man. Picked second overall by Washington in 1994. Yep. So, man, it seems like every week now we're reporting about Commanders who are passing away.
I turned yours on Friday, and he's younger than me, so it's like, man.
Lars
Yeah,
is a big 6'1". No, you're 6'1". No, you just goddamn pussy, bro. You just old fart, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, but
And
I'm
he's
gonna
younger
say
than me, and it's just like,
it's sad.
man.
Now, my condolences to him and his family, man. May he rest easy. You know what I'm saying? He's a notable name because we all remember him, right?
We all remember him.
Yeah, all condolences to his family.
Yeah, too young to die.
Absolutely, 100%. All right. So salary cap situation right now, this number keeps adjusting by the day. Like every time I get on and look at it, it adjusts a little bit because it was at 76, it's now at 74. Like monies are moving as things are happening and stuff like that. But currently, right now, we're at $74.5 million available cap space. That's about ready to skyrocket once we get Marshawn Lattimore
officially done.
Because that doesn't officially go until the new league year starts.
That's right.
So all of you go like, hey, he's already gone. Yeah, he probably don't have anything left in the building.
Yeah.
But until it becomes official on March 11th, we don't get that cap space. And that'll be $18.5 million that will get added to this. All right. The dead cap money you see here, all but about $300K of it is all Deebo Samuel.
Yep.
So about $300K was just like some little small carryover we had from last year that we had to still pay up.
I thought the 49ers was carrying that dead cap space. That was part of the trade. I thought they was carrying all that dead cap space. It makes me so weird.
They did on the trade as far as that part on, but when we pushed money out into the voidable year, we pushed out $12.5 million of money we owed him, but we kept trying to play with our own cap, and we pushed it out to the voidable year. Yeah. When he came over from the 49ers, all of his dead cap was at zero.
Yeah.
This $12.5 million almost that we have, that's on us. Is the way we managed our own contract by pushing money to a voidable year.
Yep. Yeah.
So this has nothing to do with the 49ers. Just so you know, this is our own in-house stuff about cap management.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right, guys. Well, hey, I wanted to do something here. We're going to go over to a lot of things here today, but I'm going to take a crack at this. I was going to put this later on in the break, but I want to show people, and all I did was quarterbacks, running backs, and wide receivers. I'm going to keep going down and do more as I have, but I haven't been feeling good. Sorry, dudes. So I did what I could do today, but I wanted to show a picture of who do we have on the roster now.
Right.
Because hey, what about Marcus Mariota? Marcus Mariota is not under contract. He's a free agent.
Right.
Yep.
Unless we sign him back, he don't belong to us no more.
Yeah, we're not.
He's left the building. The only quarterbacks that we have in the building right now under contract is Jayden Daniels and Sam Hartman.
Yep. And David Blau.
And David Blau. Yeah. Put on a helmet, David. I wonder how he'd be more successful as OC or as a quarterback at this point.
Oh God, not as a quarterback. For sure.
Hey, I don't know.
Not as an offensive coordinator either.
No.
But all right, yeah. So anyway, the only two quarterbacks that we have on the roster right now, here it is. There's their cap hit. There's their ages. That's what we've got on roster right now for this coming year. All right. So typically we'll carry 4 quarterbacks in the offseason and then maybe narrow down to 2. So expect us to go out there shopping for at least 2 more quarterbacks, however we get them.
Yeah.
To bring them into camp.
I mean, I think if Jayden Daniels gets hurt this year, they need to give Sam Hartman a real chance. They're not keeping him on this roster for no reason. If they're not going to let him get a real chance, if Jayden Daniels gets hurt, let him go to the UFL. Let him go to the USFL. Let him go to another team.
Well, I will tell you, 2 years ago, Sam Hartman had a pretty good offseason.
Yeah.
Last year, his offseason sucked.
It did.
Well, I will tell you right now, Sam, you might be the only other one on the roster between Jayden Daniels right now, but they're going to bring in other guys. So, you better show up this offseason because with your cap hit at 1.08, that's too easy for us to get rid of you. You need to have a good offseason if you want to stick around past this year or past training camp.
Yeah.
You better show up ready to go.
Draft a quarterback.
We're going to draft the quarterback. I was about to say that. You beat me too. We're going to draft the quarterback.
They will.
You think we're going to draft one with all of these?
Yeah,
we're gonna draft. We're gonna draft one.
Seventh round guy somewhere.
Yeah, a late round quarterback. We're gonna draft one.
So this is the woulda, coulda, shoulda thing again. When we were eliminated from the playoffs last year, I was telling you guys like we should have taken somebody else's quarterback off the practice squad. Yeah. That would have been the move that we could have made. We would have had a third quarterback on this roster right now that we were going to develop.
Correct.
I waste a draft pick on a 7th round guy when you could have just taken somebody out, somebody who was a 6th or 7th round pick off of somebody else's practice squad for free last year.
I mean, by just we're talking about Adam Peters at this point, and like,
oh my gosh,
yeah, we're talking about.
Why didn't we not go shopping?
Listen, we had Sam Hartman sitting on a healthy Sam Hartman, and he went out and got Jeff Driscoll. So we're you know what I mean. So no,
and Josh Johnson.
And Josh Johnson.
Like, what do we do with these guys?
Man.
Anyway, let's move on.
Yep.
Here's all the running backs that we have on our roster right now.
Yep.
And all we got is Bill.
And David Blau has said explicitly that the running back room is going to be rearranged. He said this.
Wait a minute. Edwards was not there?
No, because he was a practice squad guy. No.
So we got to bring him back, and we did not offer him a futures contract. So like right now, this is the only running back we have on the roster right now.
And they're talking about bringing the guy from the Jets. They're talking about he's a hot prospect for us to sign him.
Brees, I would love Brees Hallhead.
I would love Brees on here.
I would love Brees Hallhead.
Brees is going to cost some money, though.
It's going to cost money. You beat me to it. It's going to cost money. Now, David Blau said out of his mouth, he said, hey, the prospects, the running back room is going to be rearranged. You're not going to see the same running back room. He said this verbally out of his mouth. You're not going to see the same running back room.
Well, it shows because the only one that's in there is Bill. And so, like, if you're going to go out and get all new running backs, I'll tell you what, don't you dare. Don't you dare, because it'll be on my disappointment tracker. Don't you dare go out there and get Chris Rodriguez or friggin' McNichols.
So I said
Jaden Daniels is already putting a bug in the air. Oh, I really want my guy from Tampa Bay. Allen, whatever his name is. Tampa Bay's running back who he played with in college. That's who he wants.
No, that's not going to happen. I'm going to tell you why. Rachaad White. You're talking about Rachaad White.
Rachaad White.
Now,
No, he's already put the bug in the air. They're already looking at him.
I would take Breece Hall over Rachaad White any day. There's no comparison. Pay the money to Breece Hall.
Breece Hall all the way.
All the way, right? Now, I'm going to tell you this. I wouldn't be mad if they brought Chris Rodriguez back if they fed him the ball. He's a volume guy. Every time we see him get 15 to 20 touches, he had great games.
It's true. It's true.
So,
but they don't know how to use him. They don't know how to use him, Shaq.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know how they're going to use him now because we got Blau now. We're going to have a different system, right? So, like, I will tell you, fans, like, I am super excited. I'm super happy that freaking Cliff Kingsbury is the flip out of here.
Yeah, thanks.
Right? Yeah. Now, I would have wanted you to go and get somebody who, let's say, quote unquote, knows what the flip they're doing. But, like, I mean, David Blau, he's the guy, right? So, my best advice for you, don't do what we've been doing.
Yep. And listen, this year, I want to see Jay Daniels under center. I do. I don't want to see him in the shotgun the whole game.
Yeah.
I do it or running that.
We're talking about Breece Hall is a 4-year deal worth $11 million a year. That's what they're talking about.
That was tough because $11 million to me is high, right?
Yeah, but they're talking about a $40 million deal for 4 years, bringing him to 29 years old.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good deal because I'm going to tell you right now, if we go at him with 11, there's going to be teams that go up in 15 or 16. The Breece Hall is nice.
So, it's true. And so it's a little bit richer than what I'd want to pay with our salary cap situation, all the needs that we have. I would want my running back to come in around 8, but 11. Okay, I get it. If that's his fair market value, it's what you're probably gonna have to pay if you want them, and we need them. That means I got to cut $3 million somewhere else. But like, man, I'm telling you, this team has got a lot of needs, and it's bad.
Yeah, and they're all on defense.
Yeah. Well,
I'm showing you that they're on offense too.
Well, yeah, we have needs on offense, but
we got needs at every single position, guys.
I mean, there's only 10 fingers to plug the dike. we need 20.
That's why,
Single.
and I'm
Right.
gonna be honest with you, with this this class coming out being so defense heavy, I would not be mad if they took Jeremiah Love at the number 7 pick. I wouldn't be mad if they took Jeremiah Love.
I
would
would
not.
if we went and got Brees Hall.
Well,
I'd be
then,
like,
no,
we
yeah,
have
that's-
too many other needs.
if we don't get Brees Hall, because Jeremiah Love is arguably the best player in this draft, right? At running
That's
back. And so I would not be mad if they drafted Jeremiah Love, because we would get him. We have 2 young running backs, a core to build around, and we can keep Chris Rodriguez for the league veteran minimum, and you got a full running back room.
No,
And you're paying bare minimum
Jack,
for
I
the running back
disagree.
room.
there's.
Come on now.
I disagree, and we'll get into it when I start talking about what Durante Jones wants to do in our defense. I'll get into it, but I disagree with you on that.
Okay.
All right. So wide receivers. Currently, right now, these are the wide receivers that we have on contract right now. So this is it, guys. This is it. So we're going to need to go get some wide receivers because besides Terry, and Terry's getting up
Terry,
there,
you say,
we need some other receivers, right? I will tell you, like
Traylon Burks should
Traylon Burks, we can sign him back, and he probably won't cost that much.
No,
right?
yeah.
So, like, that should be an easy signing. We are actually in the team re-signing period right now.
Yeah.
So, like, our team can spend money on players that were on our roster.
Yep.
The issue with this a lot of times is players that go like, I want to test free agency, because free agency will set their true market value.
Right.
If you offer them like, hey, you come back to me, play for $1 million, they'll be like, no, I'm going to test free agency because I might make more somewhere else.
And Traylon Burks' value went up. Remember, he's a 2022 first round draft pick, number 15, and he had a good year this year. Traylon Burks' stock went up, so they may not be interested in signing him. But I would rather him than Jacoby Jones.
Yeah, well, Jacoby Jones, we had our contract already. Like all 4 of these guys are guys that still have years remaining in their contract, right? We didn't sign anybody else, right? Yeah. So, like, this is carryover. Now, that doesn't mean that these guys are all going to make the roster, right? Like, Jacoby Jones is going to have to earn a roster spot, right? Jalen Lane's going to have to earn a roster spot. Luke McCaffrey is going to probably have to earn his roster spot again, right? Like, depending on who we bring in here. And we will typically carry 5 receivers, maybe 6, depending on the circumstances of the way our whole 53 will look. But there is no guarantee outside of Terry McLaurin that any of these other guys are going to make it.
Yeah, facts. Yeah. This team needs an overhaul.
So
we need to spend money this year.
We all know they're bringing, hey, Ebony. Yeah, it's going to be interesting for sure, Ebony. I agree. Listen, we all know they're bringing in Brandon Ayuk. They're going to make a deal.
No, man.
Yeah. But yeah. The tail is wagging the dog. They're going to make a deal for Ayuk. He's going to be the number 2. And we really need to put Jalen Lane in. He's worth it.
I'm going to tell you this right now.
Jacoby Jones is gone.
The problem with Jalen Lane, though, is there's a couple plays last year when I went back and looked at his film, because I was trying to go back and look at these guys and what they did this past year. Jalen Lane had a couple bad drops.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
So he's going to have a good camp in order to stay on this roster.
Yeah, he's a development guy. He needs to be on the roster. He's amazing.
Yeah, I like him.
He proved it playing Madden with him. He's amazing.
Well, listen, Madden and real life are 2 different things. That's 1. 2.
I know. Jalen Lane can do it. He can do it.
We need to quell all this Ayuk talk. I'm gonna tell you, we need to quell all this Ayuk talk. Tell me something. We can it. We have to can it. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Daniels is not letting it go, so we can't.
First of all, I'm going to tell you something about Jaden Daniels, and you know what? Because they're going to have to come down on him.
Yes,
they're going to have to come down on him hard, because I know, like, he's like, I know Lord Sarge, according to his view, like, he's running the freaking show in the freaking Commander's facility. Like, that has to stop. You cannot have a quarterback. You cannot have a quarterback run your coaching staff. You cannot have a quarterback run your front office.
Yep.
Well, he's already called the
guy like this. It never works. You
It
always
never
have
worked.
to go in there and you're going to have to punch them in the mouth and say, listen,
So-
you do not run the front office. You do not run the scouting department. You do not run the coaching staff. You do
Right.
not run the general manager.
He's
Yep.
already
It's
him
nice
and
that
his
you have
mom.
wants and needs. We hear you. We'll take it into consideration, but you do not do what your quarterback says he
No,
wants.
He's already called the OC.
no, man.
Doesn't
He
matter.
met his wide receiver.
It don't
Doesn't
matter,
matter.
man. It does not matter. I'm telling you, we need to kill all this Ayuk talk. Ayuk had one good season his whole career. One good season. We need to kill all this Ayuk talk. He's going to cost us too much for lack of productivity. We need to kill it. We need to kill this Ayuk talk. Every time somebody say, "Oh yeah, he's coming here," I said, "No, we need to go ahead and kill that. It needs to end. The conversation needs to
Here's
stop."
the other thing: you can't have two big money receivers on one team. It will destroy your cap, right? Because like Terry McLaurin, you see the cap here is 18 million. It's 18 million this year. It goes up to 38 million next year.
Yeah.
So like, and then it's 39 million the year after that. So like, we are married to Terry McLaurin because like the next 2 years of his salary is almost fully guaranteed.
Yep.
So like, we got big money wrapped up in Terry, even though I'm against it.
Yep.
We did it. So now we're married to it, right?
Yep.
We can't afford an Ayuk
No.
in that kind of price range because it'll destroy our ability to build anything else.
That's right. Well, then not only that, right? And I want to get back to this Jay Daniels point where y'all say he's making all the calls, right? I'm gonna tell you why he's making all the calls. There was never a threat in the quarterback room for him. They just came in and made him the guy, so he felt like he could do what he wants. And we went out in free agency and we brought in say we went out in free agency and we brought in maybe Daniel Jones, or we brought in Tua Tagovailoa.
Right.
We brought somebody in that would threaten him at the position. All of that will change, but he hasn't had that.
Larry Odom wasn't that guy.
No.
Good point.
He ain't had that.
Here's
the tail is still wagging the head. And
so here's the other thing that you can do to squash that, right?
Yep.
Depending on the system that David Blau's installing,
Yep.
you go get a guy who's familiar with that system. Because guess who's not familiar with that system? Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels only knows RPO. And if you get away from RPO and read option, Jaden Daniels got a learning curve.
Yep.
And so, like, that will automatically threaten his position too and say, no, we're going a different direction with this football team. And oh, by the way, Jaden, you're going to have to get on board because you're in learning mode.
Yeah.
That is the
We're
rumor.
going to need to coach you up.
And I'm talking about, I want to see him. I want to see play action passes. I want to see him under center. Like imagine him doing
the rumor.
Yeah,
that is the rumor.
We need
so
to bring
that changes everything.
We need to bring somebody in to threaten his position.
Right.
And for real, he's going to still be the number one. We have to bring somebody in to threaten his position.
But there is no money to do that. We're going to bring in a draft pick.
So
the quarterback room is going to suck because there's nobody behind him. But yeah.
Well, I mean, I only went over 3 position groups. I went over quarterback, where it shows you we need more quarterbacks. I went over running back, where it shows you we need running backs. I went over wide receivers, where it shows you we need wide receivers. I will add to this every week. I'm going to do tight ends. I'm going to do offensive lines, and then I'm going to start working on defense. And what you're going to see is a common thread. You're going to see a common thread that we need people at every freaking position.
Yeah.
And we literally, the nice segue to this slide, we literally only have 6 picks. And so
one of the things that I agree with, right? One of the things I agree with, Devontae Jones said it and David Blau said it. They said, hey, looking at this team, and overall, David had to say this at press conferences. Looking at this team last year, they didn't let the young guys play. We were saying it the whole year. They said both of them said the young guys are going to play this year. They said it. The young guys are going to play this year. We need to see what we got.
And I know why they're going to say young guys are going to play this year, because they're going to rebuild it. So you know, when you have to build up a team, and sometimes a team takes a couple of years to gel all together, right? So like who is the generational, the next gen players that you're all going to grow up together, right? And they're going to try to figure that out. Like, this is not going to be a winning season for us this year, in my opinion. This is going to be a building season. And
4
so
or 5 wins. That's it.
when we go out there, we're looking at free agents and stuff like that, and you look at these draft picks. Okay, we'll get those 6 in the room. This 6 right here, it's not nowhere near going to be enough.
No.
We're going to have to go into our off season with all that cap space that we have, and I'm telling you, we need to get guys that are 27 years old or younger.
Or younger, yep.
Right? If we no more 30-year-old plus players, no more on this team.
Listen,
Knock it off, guys. Knock it off.
They was talking about bringing Tyreek Hill in. I was on the Riggles Rag, and they was talking about bringing Tyreek Hill in. I said, listen,
no.
Did we learn last year to bring in all these 30-plus players in is a hindrance to this team? And, you know what I'm saying? He dislocated his knee towards ACL. Who knows when he's going to be ready, right?
Right.
He's an older guy. The speed is gone. Once you had that kind of injury, the speed is gone. So
that's true.
Hey, come on,
so
man.
I know why they brought in those 30-plus year players the past 2 years, because they were under a win-now mentality, because they actually believed that we were a Super Bowl team.
Yeah.
Listen, we need to stop being delusional, guys, and we need to realize we are not a Super Bowl team. We need to build up, and we need to kind of go from the ground. And I'm going to continue to do those positional groups like I just did those last three positions. So you're going to see a common thread. We need people across the board. So, do I think we're going to actually draft a quarterback? I don't know, because you only have 6 picks and you got so many needs. I mean, you could go a number of directions. It revalidates my point to trade out of the 7th overall pick and accumulate more picks. And if you can even trade back a second time to even get more picks, I would do it, because it's not one player that you're going to draft that's going to help this team.
Yeah.
We need like a half a dozen additional picks.
Yeah.
To bring guys in here that can all grow up together.
Yep. And then, you know another thing too. That's what I said. I would be mad at the Jeremiah Love pick. I wouldn't be, but I'm gonna tell you another running back that they're talking. They are in the talks about coming to Washington, and he would be costlier for us. Not costlier, but he would be cheaper for us. Is Kenneth Walker from Seattle.
Yeah.
But the only issue they got, they say he takes too long to hit the hole. But he's had a productive career.
He likes to dance. He waits for the hole to open, and I love that about him, because he has such acceleration. When that hole opens, he hits it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a balance, right, between hitting the hole straight or letting the play develop and hitting the hole.
Yeah.
And so,
I would love to see him here. I like that because Brees is more explosive, but Kenneth Walker got that stature. He has the bull stature. Does that make sense? Yeah,
it does. So, all right. So my disappointment tracker is growing.
I love it.
My disappointment tracker. I am not happy with any of our coordinator selections. I know a lot of people are becoming more and more favorable of Daronte Jones. Hey, we'll see. I'm not one of those guys that's on that bandwagon. No. I know, but we have a lot of fans that are on that bandwagon. Well, great. I'm glad you're happy with Daronte Jones. This guy is not.
So I'm gonna tell you after Dan Quinn gets fired, we're gonna bring Mike Tomlin in, and then he's gonna bring in Aaron Glenn from the Jets because he's gonna get fired. He's gonna be our defensive coordinator. I'm making a bunch of bold predictions right now.
Hey, I'll take that.
yeah.
I'm already waiting for next year for all that to happen.
Yeah.
Wait. Let's back up a step here. Yeah. Okay, Mike. I want to know, Coach Mad Mike.
Yeah.
Why is Daronte Jones not a good hire?
Doesn't have experience. I would have loved for him to be an assistant defensive coordinator under somebody who has an established system. He coached a year at LSU, but it was 1 year, right? You go back further in that, he coached in freaking high school, right? Yep. So it's just I'm just okay, tell me the system that he's running. He don't even know. He doesn't even know right now if he wants he doesn't know if he wants a 3-4 or 4-3 right now.
No. Wait. No. He does know. So I'm going to tell you why. I will tell you why he needs to be on this list.
Well, he's already.
He actually wants to run a 3-4.
He does.
Yeah, that's screwed up.
Yeah.
We're not built for a 3-4.
So
No.
that news, I need to put on my glasses when I lost. New Washington Commanders defensive coordinator Durante Jones is expected to implement a multi-front 3-4 base defense in 2026, heavily influenced by his time under Brian Flores in Minnesota. While influencing a 3-4 look, Jones describes this scheme as a multiple or 7-man spacing, favoring aggressive, disguised, and versatile blitzing.
Okay, but let me tell you why that's a bad idea.
And that's a huge mistake because we don't have the X's and O's to do that. We don't have the Jimmys and Joes to do it. It's stupid.
That's exactly it. Tell me 4 linebackers that you're going to put in a 3-4.
Tell me the 3 guys in the front. We don't have a nose tackle.
Yeah, we don't have a true nose tackle. We don't have edge rushers. The only guy we have is Dorrance Armstrong.
Yeah.
And
then hell is the guy thinking?
And you don't the only linebacker we really have that you could even kind of remotely put in that system is Luvu, and he's coming off of a crap year.
Yep.
Or you send Wagner back at 36 years old and pray.
He was a tackle machine. He was
who?
Wagner.
Wagner's not on the roster, guys.
That's what I say. You send him back at 36 years old.
Again, I only go back. I base off of like who we really have, and I wish I wasn't feeling sick and I would have gone through all the position groups. But like linebacker, we got like McGee, we got Luvu. There's only a couple of guys that are there. We have Kane Madrano. We got Kane Madrano. Who?
Even if we draft the perfect edge rusher, we do not have a dedicated. We do not have a front 3. We do not have
we don't have the 4 for the linebacker.
Right. We don't even have in a 4-3. We don't have a solid.
So we don't have in a 3-4. Right. We don't have the 3 or the 4.
So I do not understand what Durante Jones is thinking.
Well,
or how with our draft pick selection or even free agency, how he would build.
He's going to have to build it all.
So I'm going to tell you right now.
What the F is this guy thinking?
Now, hear me out, Lost Hodge. Now, let me tell you. Now, this Coach Mad Mike just said, though, he said he maybe should have started as an assistant defensive coordinator, right? So one of the good things about that, he's coming from Brian Flores, right?
Well, I love him as a DC.
Now, hold on.
DC. But this whole proposition with 3-4 is
hold on. But he has Dan Quinn. Hear me.
He does have Dan.
He has Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn is a defensive guy. So if Dan Quinn sees the 3-4 is not working, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna change the defense to put Dan Quinn on.
Wait. I gotta blow that up. Shaq. Dan Quinn and Durante Jones are from completely disparate defensive coaching trees.
Exactly.
Which also brings into question.
Why'd you hire him?
Why would Dan Quinn bring a guy from a completely different coaching tree that he is accustomed to?
And he's going to run a completely different system than what you're used to running. Yeah. And this team is like, I get it. Like, if you wanted to change the defense, this might be the best time to do it because, like, there's nobody on the roster you can really work with. But, like, I'm going to tell you a reason why that is bad, right? Because we do have 3 solid defensive tackles.
Yep.
Right. And you're only going to put 1 on the field at a time because we still have Deron Payne. We still have Johnny Newton. And we went out there and we spent a freaking buttload locking up in the Kinlaw.
On the Kinlaw. Yep.
So like you got 3 guys. And so what, you're only going to put 1 on the field at a time? Like, what sense does that make? You got at least put 2 of them out there on the field.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's why I said.
What a 4-3. And you ain't got the linebackers to justify going to a 3-4.
Yeah, and Dan Quinn is going to have a lot of say-so on this defense. If you think Dan Quinn is not going to have no say-so on this defense, you're tripping.
No, he's definitely going to because his job's on the line. His job's on the line.
There's the question. Your new DC comes in and says, I want to go to the 3-4. And Dan Quinn is sitting back going, well, wait a minute. I don't have the Jimmys and the Joes for that. How do you expect to do it? I don't have the player personnel that fits that scheme. So is Dan Quinn saying look at yourself as a head coach.
Yeah.
I've got David Blau movement as who's never been in the role before. I've got a new defensive coordinator who's a good pick. I'm going to say he's a good pick. He is really a good pick.
Based on what?
But he's not on my tree. He is not on my defensive coordinator.
He's a good pick.
Why would you say he's a great pick?
He's a very good pick, actually. He's a very good pick.
Oh,
but he's not on my tree. He is not in my school. He's not in my school.
It's not a good pick, man.
He is good. He is good. He's the best pick we made.
No, man.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
He's the best pick we made coaching wise.
He over there drinking Dickel or something, because you sound crazy tonight.
And he's made the worst.
You need to stop drinking, dude.
And he's made the worst decision possible already.
I'm going to tell you the best coaching decision that we made here on the next slide. We actually hired somebody I like.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So, and then of course, DJ Williams, that's the nepotism hire. And then the disappointment tracker thing, the whole Deebo Samuel situation all together. We want to talk about that?
Yeah. Because they voided his contract. And I mean, this is just me. If I was the Commanders, because his market value is going to go up to about $15 million a year, I would try to renegotiate it. I was like, hey man, look, because his market value right now is like $15 million a year.
Yeah, it's getting ready to go up to over $23 million.
Is it? Yeah.
So we had him in the building. We had him under contract. We didn't have to have the voidable year. And so when you decide to void his contract, which somebody's going to need to explain that to me. Your boy JP Finley, you get him on this show, it'll be the number one question I ask him. Yeah. Explain to me how that makes sense, because I would make him play it out, right? Or I would get some kind of compensation deal to get out of it. I think the reason why they were able to let him out of the building is because they didn't write the final check, right? Mm-hmm. And they were like, hey, we'll let you go. Because I know what Deebo wants. Deebo wants the final payday before he decides to retire.
Yep.
Right? But like he was our leading receiver last year. Right. He was it. Yep. And so, you didn't have to handle the situation the way that it did. So it's a huge disappointment that we didn't handle that situation better, that we don't get some kind of compensation out of it or anything. We just let Deebo walk out the door and incurred a $12.5 million cap hit.
Well, we're going to take the cap hit no matter what.
Right.
We own that.
There's
no control over the cap hit. The question is, did we give Deebo $12 million? Right?
No, he's going to get paid regardless. If we let him go, he's going to get paid. He's going to get paid.
Right. Explain that.
Why let him go? Then why let him go?
Why let him go? But the thing is, he's going to want a 3-year contract. So we're going to have 230 years.
No. Explain it. Because listen,
there's a cap
Coach
hit.
Mad Mike is correct. If he's under contract, then why to Coach Mad Mike's point, if he's under contract, then in that discussion, it's like, all right, dude, you want out for whatever reason. You think you're worth more than what we're going to pay you. If you think you're worth more, fine. We'll let you hit the trade block. We'll even help you get a trade. But we're going to get something for you.
No. They already voided his contract, man. They already voided it. So,
but before voiding it, here's the thing that people, I think they lose in this. They're like, oh, it's a voidable contract.
Yep.
It's voidable doesn't mean it's voided. There's two different things. Like the general manager actually has to void your contract to get it out of it. You are technically still under contract even on a voidable year, right? So like it just gives you the option to void it out. Like a voidable contract doesn't mean it's a voidable contract doesn't mean like it is automatically terminated. I think that's what some of the pundits up in DC are messing up on. Like you have to actually go in and void it. Like even though you have a voidable year, that's a voidable year that will take no additional cap hit above and beyond what you're doing. But The reason why we took a cap hit of $12.5 million is because we pushed money out to the voidable year.
I think
that was something we imposed on ourselves. That didn't come from the 49ers. That didn't come from any other situation. We did that to ourselves.
Right.
But a voidable year is still a contract year. And it is still a year where you got the guy on the contract. But if you go in there and you void his contract, which is what they did, he is now a free agent.
Yeah, that's what I said. They voided
But
his
you
contract.
didn't have to, is my point.
Did. Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I was saying, yeah, they voided his contract. So
right. But before that, that's why you're on my disappointment trackers, because why did you void his contract?
Yeah. Well,
why? Because he came into your office whining that he wants to get another payday and he's not going to play for the amount of money that you get him. Well, there's other ways to handle that. Debo, you get with your agent and seek a trade.
Yep.
Debo, whatever. Like, you signed this contract. You're under contract with me. I know it's a voidable year, but I'm choosing not to void it. I need some kind of compensation out of you.
Yeah. So look, I'm gonna tell you the reason they voided it, because I'm reading it now. I'm gonna tell you why they voided it. I'm gonna tell you what that rather take that $12 million hit. We'd rather take that $12 million hit than over $60 million for 3 years from an older receiver. $12 million or a $23 million a year.
We weren't going to pay the $23 million a year because that would have been a new contract. We had no intention on giving him a new contract, but we still had him under contract. And that's the point I think everybody's missing. You have him under contract. His contract would have been worth about a 1.5, 1.6 million.
Exactly.
Now, granted, Debo would not have wanted to play off of that. He would have been like, I'm holding out. I'm not doing it. Yeah. Okay, I'm not asking you to hold out. I'm asking you, go work a trade.
Yeah.
Right? Go work a trade and you work out a contract with a new team. But, like, I'm not letting you walk out the door for nothing.
For nothing.
Like, I have that. I need some kind of compensatory.
We could have got a 5th-round pick for him.
Yeah, give me another team. Give me a 6th, and he's yours. But you're going to have to work a new contract because Dante's not.
So we're calling out JP Finley and B Mitch for B crap.
Now I'm gonna tell you, it's that he got a $16 million valuation.
No, it's between 13 and 16.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah.
But he's thinking 24 million in 3 years. He's not worth that. He's a mid-tier second. He's a mid-tier.
So my only issue.
He'll get 12 to 14 million easy.
Yeah. Easily. And now my only issue is now if he was like 26, 25, 26, I'm like, hey, pay him. Let's go, pay him.
Yeah.
But let's go back. Why did we not put the press on him for a trade?
There was no press.
No.
So this was Adam Peters going like
5th round or 6th round pick for him.
Yeah, see,
let him walk.
See, this is the crap that's crazy. Like, we'll give up draft capital to go get players from other teams, but we don't get draft capital for players that leave the building for some reason. Like, I just don't understand it. The only time we got draft pick, we got one last year for B-Rob, a deal I would have never made. But okay, why wouldn't you done a similar situation with Debo? Like, Debo, I got it. You don't want to play for 1.6. I got it. You want to be here. We're probably going a different direction with our offense anyway. I got all that. We know you want your final payday. Listen, I just need to get something for you. It's not going to happen today.
Let's help you. Let's help you.
Let's help you. I'll work with your agent. Let's try to make a deal. Even if I can get you somewhere for a 6th or 7th pick. I want something, though.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I want something.
Yeah.
Right? You just let him walk out your door, took a $12.5 million cap hit, which you're going to do anyway.
This year. We need draft picks this year. Why would you do that?
All right, you're talking over me, brother. But like a 6th or 7th round draft pick, like, you need to get something for it when you go and you just can't let a guy walk out the door, take a $12.5 million cap hit, because you're going to take the cap hit anyway. But you want to be able to get something for your program. You're a program that's in dire need that needs restructuring.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Lars Sarge?
I say, Shaq, what do you think about that?
Oh, no. I mean, I agree. Either way, we're going to take a hit with Debo Samuels.
The hit was granted.
Yeah. Either way, we're going to take a hit. whether he stays, whether he goes, whether we re-sign him to a multi-year deal, we're gonna take a hit.
So, all right, guys.
Coach
here's the
Matt
one I do like, though.
Coach Mad Mike and I talked about this for over an hour, and we were like, we listened to all the chatter and stuff up here on radio. We listened to Chat Sports. We listened to JP Finley and B Mitch. We listened to all the talk radio, and we just didn't get it. We just didn't get it. So Coach Mad Mike is really tuned into what's going on. And the only thing, Coach, I want to let you explain it because you really honed in on it. And I want you to explain what we think happened.
Yeah, I mean, I think what happened is he wanted out. Like, he looked at this as a prime opportunity to go somewhere else. Maybe he goes like, listen, I don't want to be under another system. I don't want to be here. I'm not going to play for 1.6 when my market value can be anywhere up to like 23, 24 million a year.
Yep.
I'm getting older. I know I'm getting older.
Yep.
I had a really decent year.
Yep.
My numbers are back up. I think I'm going to be marketable. And so let me go.
And
don't want to be here. And they probably consoled him and saying, yeah, you're right. We're going to go somewhere. We respect the fact that you probably do need that other payday, and we're not going to give it to you here.
Right? And then he wants to win. He's at the end of his career. Deebo Samuel, he's been on rosters that have made it far to the playoffs, to the Super Bowl, like stuff like that. Like on winning teams, been winning every year. He's at the point where it's like he just watched washed up Sam Darnold win the Super Bowl. He wants to go somewhere where he can win.
Yeah, but get to the rest of the story, Coach.
Yeah, I was saying, I can see him in Kansas City, somewhere like that. Maybe in Detroit.
The rest of the story, Coach.
Or Houston.
Well, I don't know what you're referring to, Large Sarge.
The check.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, it probably was the fact that the remaining money that was done, that was left over, that they still owed him, the guaranteed money. I'm thinking that the only thing that they probably could have done that might have helped with them is not write the final check.
Yeah.
Right? Like, hey, I'll let you go if I don't have to pay the balance of your guaranteed money off of this. If I'll let you go if, right? Because it's hard for you to go to the front office, to your boss, to the owner, and go, Mr. Harris, I need you to write a huge check for a player that's going to walk out the door. Right? Sure. But if you brought Deebo in and you say, hey, listen, I need something out of this deal. If I can't get some type of pick, or I can't work a trade, or I can do that, and you just want to be left, don't take the final check. Because if you take the check, I'm expecting you to be here.
Now, I have a question for you. I've got a question for both of y'all. Since we're on the disappointment track, right? Do you feel like there's anybody on this roster that we're going to franchise tag?
No.
No, yeah, I'm going to say, because, I mean, yeah, no, me neither. I just want to ask y'all, see where y'all mindset was at with that.
No, I can't think of a single player that's in that contract year. Yep. Because I went through the entire free agency tracker roster, and majority of those guys, they're not coming back.
No.
Yeah. And then when I look at the ones that we probably bring back, there's nobody there that's a big contract name that we feel like that we can't, because your first deal is trying to get him signed to a long-term contract, right? And if you got a mega player like that, and then if you can't agree to the long-term contract, then you go, okay, I'll tag you.
Right.
Maybe that could have been a solution you did with like Terry McLaurin last year, right?
Yeah.
But there's not that kind of player this year that you would tag.
So me and Coach chewed the fat over an hour last night over this Deebo deal. And what the hell is going on? Because there's nothing posted, right? And how could the front office of the Commanders be so stupid to let this guy go when he's under contract? How could that happen? And what's happened? And Coach offered some really good history in the Commanders doing this in the past. And Coach, what did
done
you
that.
offer me in history, Coach, when we've done this in the past?
Yeah,
did you
so
offer?
players in the avoidable year are players that we want to cut or have big salaries that are due that don't fit our system. Like the number one case that I refer back to is the Albert Hainsworth case, right? We did a similar situation during when Albert Hainsworth was here in Washington. We were in a 4-3. We brought him in under a 4-3 system, and then Michael Shanahan said we're going to switch to a 3-4. And he goes, not under my watch, you're not. He goes, you're a player. You do what we tell you to do. He goes, I ain't playing for that. I'm not a nose tackle. I like rushing the quarterback. I like getting sacks. And he goes, no, you're going to be the anchor of our defense. He goes, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
And they fought. And ultimately, what did they do? He was due some godly amount of, I can't remember how much money he was due. It was like
it was a lot.
it was like a lot. Like,
it was a lot.
It was like 41 million or something crazy like that. And now not all of it was due at the time that it was due, but like a large chunk of it was.
Yeah.
And they were like, and Mike Shanahan said, if you take the check, I expect you to play it. If you want us to cut you and release you, we'll take the cap hit, but don't take the check. Right? So, and he ultimately chose not to take the check. He wanted out of Washington that bad. He chose not to take the check, and he never made up that money when he left.
Nope.
This could have been a similar situation with Debo. Like, hey, listen, we'll pay you out, and we'll cut you loose, but don't take the check. Don't take the final check.
That's
and
what
maybe, just maybe, I'm out speculating.
Yeah.
Maybe that's kind of a behind the scenes kind of thing that they did with Debo because there's no other compensation anywhere else. And you got to do something to keep your owner happy. Like if you're general manager, I don't want to get fired. If I was a general manager, I don't want to go to Mr. Harris and go, Mr. Harris, I want you to write a big old check for him. And he's walking out the door.
Yeah.
Without any compensation for it, right?
Like no compensation. Like I don't want to tell my boss that.
Yeah.
That's
right?
the only thing we can think that happened because, dear God, you're going to let a guy like that walk without a draft pick at least?
Yeah.
Right.
Now,
seriously, are you that stupid?
All right, guys, we got to move on, though. We got to move on because the show's wrapping up. One thing that we do have that I'm kind of interested in, we signed an offensive assistant, Wes Welker.
Oh, yeah. I like that. I like that.
So Wes Welker is going to help David Blau out with this passing scheme, everything else like that. Now he needs some receivers out there. And Wes, I know you're not going to put on a helmet, but we need. I know that you know some schemes that you played your butt off when you were in New England, and that you're going to be able to work with your receivers. I really kind of like this hire.
Yes,
Me
I
too.
do.
I like
yes,
this.
I do.
I like this.
So Wes Welker might be able to help quite a bit.
We also signed a new coach from LSU.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's a Durante freaking hire. But this one here, I kind of like.
I like.
All right. So far, we've kept Brian Johnson. We kept Anthony Lynn. I'm surprised these two are both still on our freaking roster, to be honest with you.
I thought Anthony Lynn should be a head coach somewhere. We've had this conversation before. And like how he was not picked up in this cycle is crazy. And, you know what I'm saying? At least for like a OC position.
He deserves it. And you know what? Like he's worked his butt off. He has the resume for it. Like what pisses me off is that we would go and, we would hire a guy like David Blau as assistant quarterback coach, and we didn't even interview Anthony Lynn or Brian Johnson. I mean, maybe we did. I don't know, but like, there's nothing out there that says that we did.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, and then the fact that these guys have a way better resume than David Blau has.
Yeah, they do. They do.
They both do. They both do. And the fact that they're still in the building, I'm just like, wow. Like, how did these guys just not go like, hey, I'm out of here?
Yeah.
And maybe it's still going to happen. But as of right now, they're both
maybe they are on the Blau movement.
I don't know, man.
Maybe they believe in it. Maybe
like you were senior to him. Like you were senior to him, and he's the one that got the promotion.
Yeah.
Like
maybe
that.
they
That
believe in him. Maybe they're
sure,
maybe
think about it. What Fortune 500 company where you go, the junior guy gets the promotion, and you want to stick around?
And hear me.
Yeah,
And you have
maybe he is the guy. Maybe
and you
he
have
is
an
the guy.
experience. You have an experienced guy like Anthony Lynn, just coaching running backs.
Yeah, this coach running backs.
Just
Like,
coaching running backs.
this guy should be an offensive coordinator. This guy should even be in head coaching discussions.
He ain't got no running backs.
Oh man.
Well, he's got Bill right now.
He's got Bill.
He's got Bill hanging out with them. They're in there watching film together, eating
Who
popcorn.
else those running backs? What's he worth?
Oh my goodness, man. It's crazy to me. All right. Well, guys, we are right at an hour. I'm telling you, I think that was a good show, guys. We got so much more. I will continue to build out those positions as we get ready. Next week, guys, it is the kickoff of the NFL Combine. So we're going to try to keep track of some of that news too, of who's out there, I'm particularly interested for Commanders news. Who are we interviewing? Right?
Yeah.
Because when you're out there holding a stopwatch, clocking people's 40s, you're clocking everybody's 40s, right? And you're keeping track of everything. Like people are just out there hanging out. They're looking at everybody. The truth is like, who are we interviewing? And when I get that kind of news, I'm going to put that on a chart for us, so we know who we can start tracking. Like, hey, who's linked to us?
Nice.
Who are we looking at? What do you think, Shaq?
Right now, I told you. Jeremiah Love, of course, Sonny Styles, Caleb Downs.
Well, who knows with a 3-4 defense? Who knows now?
Ruben Bain. Those will be the main guys that I think that we're going to be looking at. Those will be the main guys. I think
The number one thing we should be looking at is trade partners.
Yeah.
Trade to flip out of the pick. I want draft capital. What say you, Lars Sars?
I'm at a loss. If he wants a 3-4 defense, we need a nose tackle. I mean, everything's changed now. Everything's changed. If that's what the guy wants to do with our defense, everything's changed.
Well, I said last week, like on defense, you really only have 4 players on this team anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you got Johnny Newton, you got Deron Payne, which you're going to keep one of them off the field. I know we're stuck with Kinlaw, and then you got 2 corners. You got Sinistrell and you got Amos. So other than that, everybody else can be replaced.
I mean, that just changed the entire profile. So who the heck knows?
Well, that's a good point, right? Like we need to know what kind of offensive scheme that we're running, so we know how to shop offensively. We need to know what defensive scheme we're going to run, so we know how to shop defensively. Like you don't just go out there and go, "Hey, he looks good to me. Let me go ahead and draft that guy." Yeah. Like you got to have an idea of like what you're running to establish defense.
The entire draft profile of what we need if he wants to go 3-4.
Oh my goodness! And we
I
have
still
6
think we
picks.
need the edge, but I would trade back twice. That would be my
twice.
I would trade
because
back
we
twice.
don't have a 2nd round pick and we don't have a 4th.
Right.
We need to be able to pick up more picks.
Yeah, I would trade back twice.
All right, guys. Well, that's our show for tonight. This is Football Psych, baby. Man, we love you guys. Thank you for paying attention today. Man, make sure you share this link with a buddy. If you're not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe and pay attention. We are here every week, every Monday for your viewing pleasure, for us to tear up our Washington Redskins / Commanders team as we do every single week. And we're out of here.